P 11.5. On January 1st, 2020, Lock Industries Limited issued £1,800,000 face value 5% 10-year bonds at $1,667,518. This price resulted in an effective interest rate of 6% on the bonds. Lock uses the effective interest method to amortize bond premium or discount. The bonds pay annual interest on January 1st. Instructions: round out computation to the nearest bound. A. Prepare the journal entry to record the issuance of the bonds on January 1st, 2020. Well, issuance of the bonds, that means that you're selling the bonds to other people, right? Since you're selling them, your cash has to go up and your bonds payable also have to go up. And since bonds payable, it is a liability, so it is a minus and a plus. In this position is a plus. The value over here, it's always the issuance price. So this is the face value and this is the issuance price. Okay. B. Prepare an amortization table through December 31st of 2022. 3 interest periods for the bond issue. Well, over here you need to know if that is a discount or a premium bond, right? Here we know that this is a discount because the issuance price is less than the face value. Here they ask us to prepare until December 31st of 2020. So I'm actually going to go until January 1st of 2023 because on 2023, that's when you pay the interest for the previous year of 2022. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a table. For this table, you need 5 spaces, right? You need the date, and then you need the cash interest, the interest expense, the premium or discount amortization. In this case, it is a discount. And the book value of the bonds payable. They were issued on January 1st of 2020. So all of my dates are going to be in terms of January 1st. And they ask us to prepare until December 31st of 2022. So I'm actually going to go ahead and prepare until January 1st of 2023. Like that. Okay, so remember I told you that the way that we remember which rate to use here is that cash starts with a C, right? So over here we're using the contract rate, which also starts with a C. In our case, the contract rate is 5%, right? Because here they said that the effective interest rate is 6%. Effective interest rate is a fancy term for market rate. So if this is the market rate, this has to be the contract rate. Since the bonds were issued on January 1st of 2020, over here, the beginning book value is going to be our issuance price, right? Because at the beginning of that year, no interest has happened. So we're just going to repeat that. Okay, cash interest is the one that doesn't change. So for this one, we always use the face value. Over here it is 1,800,000 times this percentage. That gives us 90,000, and this is going to be the same value for all of the following years. Interest expense, on the other hand, is the one that changes, right? For this one, we use the previous book value times the market rate. Let's see how much that is. That is 10,000, and we can round it. So yeah, actually just 10,051. Okay, discount amortization. Remember that in this column, whether you have a discount or a premium, these numbers can never be negative. So just subtract the biggest number, just subtract the smallest number from the biggest number, because it could never be negative. That gives us 10,051. Oops. And the tip that I give you for knowing whether you have to add or subtract is that just think that it is counterintuitive. If this is a discount, then we are adding it. If it was a premium, we would be subtracting it. Since it is a discount, we are actually adding this column over here. So it will always be the previous book value plus the discount amortization that we just found out. Okay, same thing for the interest expense, the previous book value that we just found out times that 6% rate. That gives us 100,654. Biggest number minus smallest number. Mm-hmm. 10,640, no, 654. 654, and add that previous book value with the amount that you just found out. That gives us 1,688,223. Let me check this one more time. Yeah, that is correct. Over here, yeah, that is correct. Okay, all right. So coming back over here, we're just having the same process over and over, but this year is the last year. Yeah, that gives us 101,293. Okay, and the last one. Yes, okay, that gives us 1,699,516. Okay, all right. So for letter B, they just asked us to prepare this table until December 31st of 2022. We did until January 1st of 2023, but that's okay because we're going to need this column in the future. All right, let's move on to letter C. Let's see what it says. Prepare the journal entry to record the accrual of interest and the amortization of the discount on December 31st of 2020. Well, like I said, on January 1st of 2021, that's when you pay the interest for the previous year of 2020. And the same thing is true for the next years. So it's always on January 1st, you pay whatever interest was due for the previous year. So the number that we're actually looking for on December 31st of 2020, it is when? It is on January 1st of 2020, on January 1st of 2021, right? Because that's when you pay the amount for 2020. So this is the number that we're looking for, 10,051. So for the entry, we are going to have December 31st of 2020. You are accruing this interest. So first thing, you're going to have the interest payable that goes up. This interest payable is always the one that doesn't change. It is the cash interest, right? So in this case, it would be 90,000. And on top, we would be the interest expense, which would be the total interest that we're actually paying, that we would be paying. Then in the middle, you're going to have that number, right? Since we don't have an account for discount amortization or premium amortization, we call it just bonds payable. Now, the position is either going to be debited or credited. How do you know? Bonds payable, it's a payable, so it is a liability. More specific, I believe, is a non-current liability, which means that it is a minus and a plus. You just have to check if your values over here are going up or down. We are increasing them, right? So remember that the position is minus and plus, so we are on this position on the credit side. So we have to put it over here. And the amount is 10,051, and that would give us 100,051, like that. D. Prepare the journal entry to record the payment of interest on January 1st of 2021. Well, payment of the interest is just a regular payment. And on January 1st, no interest has been accrued, right? So you're just going to record the regular interest. So on January 1st of 2021, we are just going to have the regular interest. So your interest payable has to go down, right? Remember, payables, they're a minus and a plus. So here it is a minus because before I had this amount that I had to pay. I had this interest of 90,000 that I have to pay every year. On January 1st, I'm paying it, right? So I have to reduce this amount that I had to pay. And since I'm paying it, my cash has to go down. And the amount, it is 90,000. Okay? E, last one. Prepare the journal entry to record the accrual of the interest and the amortization of the discount on December 31st of 2021. You see, that's why I decided to make this extra column over here, because December 31st of 2021, we actually know this number over here, right? Yeah, so actually, maybe we didn't need the extra column. Anyways, so we are actually going to know this number from over here, because on January 1st, 2022, that's when we paid the interest for the year of 2021. So letter E, we're basically going to be doing the same thing that we did on letter C, but using this number over here. So the interest expense goes up, and this is the total value. The interest payable also goes up for the same reasons, and the bonds payable as well. That is 90,000. That one didn't change. December 31st of 2021, we are actually over here. So that is 10,654. That gives us 100,654.